Jesus freak here. Now, I'm not officially part of this DOScember thing that a bunch of YouTubers are doing. But I figured, I could throw my hat in the ring, and I might be doing a few other videos on this topic. These will, of course, be clearly marked, so if it's not something you're interested in, the retro computing stuff. These two computers both run DOS. This is just second screen, plug into that. So I thought I'd get a little bit random here. A couple years ago, since I couldn't find a copy of this very specific version of DOS online, I found every other version that IBM released, as well as almost every other version Microsoft released. But I could not find this one, and I knew it existed because I've used it on a couple PS2s. So I knew it existed. I've used it. You've probably seen it when I set that computer up at my old place. I actually did the installation of this on the video. It's literally the same thing as the November 1991 refresh of MS-DOS. The only difference is branding. I actually bought this myself by proxy. A friend bought it new in box, and I paid him for it. He gave me images of the discs, and later sent me the actual discs, and first time I was actually able to make use of them myself was when I got that computer. And this is still what I have on there. Pretty thick manual. The later DOS 6's manual was a lot thinner than this one. At least Microsoft's. I can't remember how thick the manuals were for MS-DOS 5. They might have actually been thinner. IBM, well, it's IBM. It's going to have a good manual. Now, it's possible that they rewrote the manual. I'm not sure they did. It looks pretty similar to what I remember the Microsoft manual looking like. MS-DOS 5 was really popular. A lot of computers in the early 90s ran MS-5. Especially because 4 was a dud. People had 4, they'd go back to 3.3 till 5 came out. And 5 actually was good. Defect form. Copy the license. Information on the internationalization support. A simpler manual to get you up and running quick. .00.1 just fixed a couple minor glitches. I think there was a problem with format. There's a couple other minor things. Microsoft didn't even call it a new version. It just released it as 5.0. And probably a lot of you probably seen MS-DOS 5 and MS-DOS 6 discs. Focus, focus. This is what the IBM DOS disc. The older discs looked pretty much the same. I used to have copies of 2.1 and 3.2, and I've seen copies of 4. Well, 4.01. So, actually, when I ran MS-DOS 5 on one of my earliest computers that I owned. I had an XT that I got around late 92, early 93. It came from a church. It had 3.3, I upgraded it to 5. It came with a rather interesting program. It was called Godspeed. It was a Bible program. And I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else. It was a program that let you read the Bible, search through the Bible. And the version it used was the NIV, of course, 1984 NIV. So, PC-DOS 5 is superficially and pretty much under the hood, it's just... This was the last version IBM published before the falling out with Microsoft that happened over the... they wanted to go different routes with the OS2 project. So IBM made OS2 2.0. Microsoft worked on the code that was gonna be OS2 3, and it became Windows NT. So IBM kept developing their version of DOS. Microsoft kept developing their version of DOS. Until, Microsoft decided to do Windows 95 and kill DOS off altogether. Although they didn't really kill it off until they killed off the 95 line after ME with XP. Anyway, I thought I'd mention this. Jesus freak out.